I don't know what he meant. He said, the majority of the marriages are not valid. The Pope says it. I wouldn't dare say that. But if the majority of the marriages are not valid, they are not true marriages. These are people living in mortal sin and going on the way to hell. If the Pope says that, there must be a reason. That's not we who say that. But we can say, you know, never in the history of the world we had so much priests who went out, who lost their priesthood, who became married and lived like laymen. Never. And therefore, priests became rare in whole France. You know, there is almost no priests anymore. The priests died. I remember I went to a parish, a big town, town, Namur, and then that was the place of the birthplace of Saint John Emar, who is the founder of the sacrament, the fathers of the Most Holy Sacrament. And John Emar, Saint John Emar, we went there and there was a priest, an old priest. And he says us, this parish counts 45 bell towers. I said, wow, this parish. And my companion said, he didn't understand. Must be a big parish. You know what he meant? This place where they were before 44 parish, with 44 priests. And now, these 44 parish are put into one, and there are 3 priests. And this old man and 2 others. That's the situation. Churches are closed, finished. That is the fruit. What I wanted to say with all these examples is how important it is, you know, for you, for us to appreciate this gift. I think Archbishop Lefebvre was one of the most important figures in the 20th century because he saved us the most precious treasure the Church received by Jesus Christ. And this alone merits him to become a saint in my eyes. So you see, that's great. And this is exactly what we, the Society of the Bicentenary, do. When we come to a country, we are called by the people. They call us for many things. Build us a school, train our children, they have no good catechism anymore, give us a good example, build a church, and so on. They want the traditional Mass. And we explain them the traditional Mass, and the people come more and more. In February, 2 years ago, no, not yet, 1.5 years ago, no, already 2, no, 1.5 years ago, I was in Jensan. And in Jensan, in Mindanao, I had the Mass and the First Communion in the chapel. The chapel was I would say a rat hole. It was a horrible place. You know, it was a garage, an old garage. You almost died in that. People didn't fit in, just 60 people, and the rest stand outside. So, Father, many sacrifices, and the faithful build the church. And I blessed the church in February. 800 people. 800. It was incredible. We didn't expect that. And there's everywhere the same thing. I just came from China. In China there is nothing left. In China there is only the patriotic church and the underground church. The underground church you cannot seize. The priests are not visible. So we do not know how this works. But the patriotic church, they have churches, big churches. The people go, they have Mass, the new Mass of course, but most of these priests have a contract with the government, and they may control, in the name of the communist government, the people who are in their parish. So you see, the priest who celebrates the Mass, at the knowledge of everyone, is the communist agent for me. Can you imagine that these people have not a great, let me say, desire to make confession with these priests. We do not know what happens. And they say it to me. We have no trust in these priests. We go there because they are priests and they give us the Holy Communion. So you see, the situation is bad. But so many young people are looking for religion, for faith. if there would be a possibility to increase the faith in China, you would have not only hundreds, not only thousands, but 10,000 and 100,000 of conversions to Catholic Church every year. I'm sure. And what I see, cannot do anything. It's only because he has a friend, and the friend is a friend, the friend is a friend, and so the friend. So the friend brings the friend, and the friend brings the friend. That's all. People interested, I had that. Beijing, little groups, because we cannot make big groups, because if not, the government will see there is a group. What do? It's dangerous. So there must be little groups. However, we were in Beijing all together in 2 places, 27, 30 people. But these people, all these people, many of them, they discovered. And exactly that what I see. Nobody of them had before seen the traditional Mass. Yesterday, I came today, already? No. Yes. Yesterday evening, after the Mass, it was 10 o'clock in the evening, a lady came to me to thank and said, here, I knew that God is here. God is here. It was just amazing. Everybody has this appreciation. They don't know the Mass, they don't know Latin. The first time they hear the songs and so on, and so amazed. There was not one who was deeply impressed about the sacrifice of the Mass. However, it's so mysterious that you hardly can follow it if you don't know it very well. But the atmosphere. So these people, that is the grace of God. Even in such forbidden places, God's grace works. But it's not working with the new Mass. The people who came to us, they say always the same. The new Mass is nothing. We have no feeling. We have no God there. We have not that what we read in the Bible, what Jesus Christ told us. Of course they read the Bible, but they read the Bible only that what they want. Love one another, love one another, love one another, as I have loved you, love one another, give the peace and the bread to one another. That's all. But not that what Jesus Christ really told us, the whole gospel. So, you see, that is what we have to work. Therefore, you must understand, as 45 years ago, the devil was crazy when he saw that this Mass would survive. He tried to destroy us, and he didn't succeed. And wherever we start our work, it's the same thing. The devil tries in the very beginning to discourage. So he keeps the people away from that. Through many arguments, we don't know that. And Jesus Christ waits. And it's now our obligation and our work to come however. You should know the Mass. And if you're only 5, that the Holy Mass, the sacrifice of the Mass, is celebrated in Thailand. And this Mass celebrated in Thailand is, of course, not only the sacrifice of Jesus Christ for you present, for you especially, of course, but it is for all the souls departed. Can you imagine how many poor souls of Thailand are in the purgatory? Can you imagine? I cannot imagine. Who prays for them? Which Masses are offered for them? What delivers the souls from purgatory? The blood of Jesus Christ. The blood coming out of his wounds. His sacrifice. If the priests pretend, I don't want to make the sacrifice of Jesus Christ, so that no soul will profit of the new Mass. No. Of course will profit when you pray for them. And the faithful. And they do something. But it's a pity. If 100 faithful pray a rosary for the faithful departed, to get them out, and there is one priest who says one Mass, he says much more, because this is the blood of Jesus Christ. The other are only human prayers. That's all things which are important, my friends. So, I spoke already too long, so please pardon me. I will tomorrow speak about the second part, a deeper understanding of the Rosary in the left hand, and then hopefully you will have the true understanding of what is a Christian life in our times.